I didn't know Guernsey before, I'd never been here before. And I came out for work. And I remember being told, look, you've got to give this at least a couple of years before you finally make your judgment whether you like the place or not. And I have to say, after 2 weeks, I felt very comfortable. I mean, the people, the work environment, everything. So, you know, my wife and I very quickly felt at home here and kind of never looked back, really. Physically, it's easy to get around. Logistics are good. You know, for me to get from here on the East Coast to the West Coast takes about 12 minutes. So to get to see people and friends is easy. If you've got work stuff to do in town, it's easy. You're not spending a hell of a lot of time getting from A to B. So I think all of that helps. But also the scale of the place is such that, you know, if there are issues or things that you need to get done, whether it's with the government or whether it's lawyers, accountants, it's very easy. And if there are obstacles, you can call these people, you can speak to them off the record, informally, in a way that in a big city or a big country is more difficult. I tend to go to London most weeks, not every week, for 2 or 3 days. Spend some of the week here, spend most of the weekends here. But yes, I'm still working full time, and that's doable. You can get a lot done if you spend the whole day here in Guernsey, again, because you're not spending too much time getting from A to B. So you can do a full day. And then normally, it's pretty easy to get across to London and have a full day there, or 2 or 3 days there. So that works perfectly well. And you know, in this day and age, being here, you know, with a computer, with a phone, it's not an issue for other people. So it works well. It's very, very doable. I think what happens is because you're not doing the commuting in the same way, that you can get just as much done by being out here. So no, I don't think by coming here you're in any way, you know, accepting that it's going to be a slower pace or it's going to be less, you know, a lower level of work. I mean, I think the quality of work being done here, for example, by the lawyers, by the accountants and so on, and those in the finance industry, you know, a lot of it's world class, with world class people. Yes, it's true they have probably a better quality of life than if they were elsewhere, because they can get into and out of the office much more easily. But I think in terms of actually the quality of work, it's very good. And it's very challenging for those people. I think a lot of those people might choose to spend some time elsewhere, but then they'll often gravitate back to Guernsey anyway because of that work-life balance. And you know, to start a young family here in Guernsey, not many better places on the planet to do that. You've got good people here. I mean, you know, whether you're working in the professional sector, whether you're doing your sport, whatever you're doing, it's a great community here. It's a very, you know, dynamic community. I wouldn't call it sleepy at all. And like a lot of islands, it probably punches, you know, way above its weight in terms of sporting prowess and all of that. I think security is something that it's easy to take for granted, but this is a very, very secure place. You don't really have to worry too much about personal security, whether it's your property, whether it's your car, whether it's yourself, which is easy to say, but in many parts of the world that isn't the case anymore. So it's dynamic, it's very friendly, it's open, it's got quality restaurants, quality hotels. So you don't in any way feel you're coming to a sort of sleepy backwater. You feel you're coming to kind of, you know, a lovely, a privileged location, good lifestyle, and I say lots of kindred spirit around, so you're not going to be short of friends if that's what you're looking for.